Superintendent Chalmers really needs to fire Seymour Skinner. Hey guys, Keyblade Mackay writer Nathan here, and today I'll be discussing why Gary Chalmers should fire Principal Skinner, starting with number 10, budget cuts. Skinner is infamous due to his budget cuts in several episodes, such as the cafeteria having to serve grade F meat, music class having a 2-drink minimum, groundskeeper Willie teaching French, and even insisting shorter days. In the episode The PTI Disbands, Skinner's penny pinching has caused more problems than it solves, as shown when they were riding back to school in a decaying bus after a disastrous trip to a Civil War reenactment. Uter, the German exchange kid, was supposedly killed during that. Number 9. He made out with Mrs. Krabappel in the closet. In the episode Grade School Confidential, during Martin's birthday, Bart spots Skinner and Krabappel kissing in Martin's pink playhouse. Skinner has Bart swear to not tell anyone, but Bart ends up ratting them out, and Skinner actually does get canned alongside Mrs. Krabappel because Skinner put love before his job. Skinner later admitted to being a virgin, which caused him and Krabappel to get their jobs back. Number 8. Got into a fight with Bart. In Please Homer, Don't Hammer Him, Bart is seen taking advantage of Skinner's peanut allergy and starts tormenting him with it until Skinner shoves shrimp into Bart's face. Yup, Bart Simpson has an allergy to shrimp as well as butterscotch, imitation butterscotch, glow-in-the-dark Halloween makeup, and etc. Normally, Bart would be punished for tormenting Skinner with peanuts, but it is wrong for Skinner to get into a fight with a student. Number 7. Made Bart come to school at 4:30 p.m. I know that Bart can be a bit of a monster, but that's because of the fact that while he was still developing in Marge's womb, a drop from of champagne from a bottle that Mayor Quimby smashed against the boat went into Marge's open mouth by accident, and that's why Bart's like a little problem child. Basically, Bart inflates an insulting balloon of Skinner, calling him Big Butt Skinner, so Skinner decides to punish Bart by making him come to school at 4:30 p.m. in the morning to help with science. Number 6. Cruelty. In the episode The Departed, Bart controls Skinner's movements using magnetic force, and this prompts Skinner to take out a Catholic school punishment book. He wants to crucify his students rather than punishing them the proper way for misbehaving. Perhaps he wanted to punish school kids in a public school rather like it was in a Catholic school. Number 5. Endangering his mother and his boss. In 22 short films about Springfield, Skinner invites Chalmers over for lunch, but it backfires really quickly when his roast catches fire. So, Skinner decides to rush over to Krusty Burger and bring some burgers, calling them steamed hams. However, the kitchen and later the house catches on fire, so Skinner decides to pretend that it's Aurora Borealis. Number 4. Endangering students. In the same episode, as shown before, Skinner has put his students at risk by having them ride in a decaying bus. They were chased by the actors for wanting to watch the Civil War reenactment for free, and they couldn't get the bus refueled in time, so they had to push it. Uter got worn out, and he got pommeled to a pulp by the mob. He even built prison cells near the students, putting them in danger. Number 3. Refused to close down the school during a blizzard. In the episode Skinner's Sense of Snow, due to his constant penny pinching, Skinner didn't close down Springfield Elementary during a blizzard. He made the students watch an old 1990s film for hours and they were snowed in. Skinner later then gets tormented for failing to close down the school during a blizzard. That's what you get for fucking around, Skinner! Oh shit! I just sounded like Chalmers. Homer and Marge really need to move out of Springfield and enroll Bart and Lisa into a better school district. Maybe one that can help channel Bart's destructive energy into something creative. Number 2. Murdered his students for lunch. In an episode of Treehouse of Horror, due to budget cuts and using grade F meat, Skinner and the faculty resort to cannibalizing children for sustenance. First by killing and cooking Jimbo into sloppy Jimbos, and then later doing the same thing to Uter, calling it Uterbraten. These meals were fattening the teacher something fierce. Luckily, this all happened in a nightmare that Bart was having. Because if that actually happened, not only would he be fired, but he would be put to death by the electric chair for good measure. Number 1. fake identity / impersonation. In the episode The Principal and the Pauper, Skinner is revealed to be an imposter of the real Seymour Skinner, who was an MIA Army veteran taken captive by Chinese. Principal Skinner's real name is revealed to be Armin Tamzarian, and the real Skinner was being held captive in a POW camp and later a shoemaking factory that got shut down. Armin was later sent back to Capital City as a street punk, while the town abandoned the real Seymour Skinner, and the imposter was called back to Springfield. If it were up to Superintendent Chalmers, Skinner would have been stayed unemployed, and he would be out on his ass in the flippin' streets. Next time, I will be explaining the top 10 reasons why the Krusty Krab should go out of business. This is Keyblade Makai Rider Nathan signing off. Sayonara.